Hey, what's up? It's Autumn.
It's Katie.
And this is Seriously?
Seriously.
Seriously. Why I'm struggling.
My little hair. Do I look like I stepped out of a wind tunnel?
No.
Oh, I do, but it's fine. You can tell me the truth.
I was going to say you look cute today.
Thanks.
You look very sunny.
Yeah. Oh, because I just got back from Florida.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Does COVID exist in Florida?
I have so many stories.
Because I feel like they don't believe in COVID in Florida.
So, we went to Sarasota. I've never been to Florida, for what it's worth.
Oh,
Literally,
this
was my first experience going
Not
to Florida.
Not even to Disney World?
Never.
Oh, wow.
Well,
That's
Cali,
interesting.
folks, we went to
Disneyland.
all
I know,
the time. I
but I'm just saying.
can't not, I don't know. At some point, maybe in my life, I'll go.
All right.
So, it's beautiful.
Okay. But?
I was the youngest person there. I wish I was kidding.
I think that's awesome.
I saw more walkers. Those little chair things that you sit in and you get wheeled around by your family members.
Yeah.
Wheelchairs.
Jazzy scooters.
Tennis balls on walkers.
Yes.
Little rascals.
Oh my God. That is so great.
Lots of sun visors.
Oh my God. Well, did you see those shirts that have like the body on the shirt?
I almost knocked down an elderly person to take it off her body. I was crying.
Oh my God.
First off,
that's great.
That's so many old people. So many old people. So there was no, you didn't have to.
It's like retirement city. I don't know, or state, something.
Yeah, it was bliss. It was really, really nice.
Yeah.
The beaches were beautiful.
Okay.
Everything was good.
Well, you know what? I think, honestly, there's something to that. We laugh and make fun, but I think it's something about, Florida doesn't tax your retirement.
I have no effing clue.
No,
Is that real?
Yeah, no, I'm being dead serious. That's why a lot of people retire
so that's
to Florida.
why per capita their mean average age is 86.
Yes.
Got it. Duly noted.
Because it's a legit thing. There's something about your retirement that they don't take the taxes or something
That's
like
interesting.
that. Yeah, so we
Never
may
knew
also
that.
find ourselves in Florida.
We may actually be in Florida sooner than later. Oh my God!
That's
so
fantastic.
many old people. Yeah, no, and the weather was pristine. We had puffy white clouds.
Nice.
I got to swim with manatees. I did a
manatees.
Manatees. They got sea cows. They have prehensile. Look that one up, kids.
Ooh.
Top lips, which means that they work independently, like little.
I can't do it.
Yeah, they have. It's split, and then that's how they forage. The seagrass and the other grasses and things.
You have come back a very different person. I feel like I don't even know you.
I am now.
Manatees.
I am now a marine biologist,
yes.
conservationist,
an oceanologist.
Well, I know you're like this too, though, because we've traveled with you. You want to know and understand the things that you're going to go do and see.
This is true. So you did research before you left.
I absolutely did.
Oh my God.
They can weigh up to 1,300 pounds.
I don't need these statistics.
There were babies. I got to see a baby manatee. It was literally.
Do they make noises?
So the babies go.
Oh.
They make that was a weird face. I just had a seizure too.
Okay.
They make a very high pitched noise, but they're not they don't communicate in that fashion. They have really poor eyesight.
Okay.
But their the hairs on their body are like a bazillion times more sensitive than a cat's whiskers. So the guide that we had was fantastic, by the way. He said if you were 8 to 10 feet away, they can feel you breathing.
Wow. That's extreme. That's some extreme hair. I'm going to say don't take a razor to that hair.
And they have circular closing eyes, and they are freaking adorable. But you be respectful. We're not sitting there hugging a manatee.
Closing eyes. That sounds scary to me. That doesn't seem.
It looks like a butthole. and now you're all gonna go Google image a manatee eye.
I am
because that's how they close, like a sphincter. Wish I was lying. I saw it up close.
Okay.
So close. So anyway.
All right. Well, that sounds like a fantastic vacation.
So you mentioned COVID, and I've saved this particular story for you.
Oh my God.
Because it would have set you off.
Oh, it would have upset me?
You were the first person I thought of.
Somebody must have been coughing, not covering their mouth.
No, it was even worse rudeness. That's bad. So Florida is they're actually not as lax, at least where we were, aren't as lax as some folks are thinking. Most establishments require you to wear a mask till you sit down.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh, God.
So the hotel we're staying at, the elevator signs post the signs that say no more than, if you're going up, wait for the next car, don't crowd the elevator.
Right.
Most people are
people in there or
yeah, but everyone's got a mask on. You have to have one if you're in the hallways or common areas. Do your thing. So It's the last night that we're there. We come back. I don't drink, so my threshold for nonsense is not what it used to be.
Yeah.
So there's a couple that is also waiting, and they're not old as half the other population.
But they're old enough.
They're like my parents' age, right? Okay.
Old enough to know better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both have masks on.
Okay.
Cool. So we're in neat. Mm-hmm. We are not close. They are standing off to our left-ish.
Okay.
The elevator car comes down, doors open, they hop on. I'm courteous. I say, do you guys mind if we hop on with you?
Okay. Oh, so they cuss you out?
So the husband is the smartest one in this group, okay?
Okay.
The wife just looks at me with her mask on. Doesn't say an effing word. You don't even have the courtesy to tell me how you actually feel. You're just going to use your facial language. And by facial language...
Just ice. Just
her
stare
effing eyeballs. Now, mind you, she could only blink one eye at a time.
Oh!
So this is what...
Why could she... Okay, I don't... All right, go ahead.
I get... But not like a wink, like that.
She winked at you?
She legitimately couldn't close her other eye simultaneously.
Was she having Botox?
I don't give a crap.
Okay.
Use your words. The husband steps in and goes, "Oh, honey, it's okay. They have masks on."
Oh, she couldn't see you?
Oh, no,
I don't know what's happening.
She could see us just fine. She was communicating with her death vision, like, get on this elevator and I'm going to cut you. That's what I interpret it as. Because if you're going to give me eyes behind a mask, I need more than just...
Then a slight wink.
Yeah, a weird ass.
You should have winked back.
I would be like...
Yeah, you should have been like, hey, toots.
I said, bet. I'm going to pull my mask down and cough in your face in about 4 seconds. So the husband goes, it's okay. They have their masks on. And I'm like, thank you, sir. So I get on the elevator and they're like...
Oh my God, you went? I would have just said, just go.
At this point, no, you wouldn't have. You'd have cussed this lady out. Yeah,
okay.
you'd have cussed her out. It would have been amazing to watch. So anyway, we get on this...
Go ahead.
We get on the elevator with these guys, and it's just my husband and I and these two people. And the husband goes... Yeah, I'm a healthcare... Now, mind you, we are going to the 6th floor. They're going to the 7th or 5th or something. Anyway, It's a long elevator ride.
Okay.
She doesn't say 2 words.
Okay.
She just continues to sit there. She puts her sunglasses back. It's 9 o'clock, and you do not have glaucoma. Knock it off. Like, what are you doing right now?
9 o'clock at night?
Night.
Okay, that's awesome.
Puts her glasses back on after she's done the weird pirate wink at me.
Okay.
Husband goes, I'm a frontline healthcare provider. I'm like, oh, so I don't ever say what I do to other folks because it's just whatever. So I go, oh, that's cool. What do you do?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
No, it's not that funny. I'm building up too much.
Oh.
I'm an X-ray tech.
I'm an X-ray tech?
Yeah. I know. Look, I'm not laughing at the fact that you're an X-ray tech.
When did an X-ray tech become a first-line provider?
I don't know. And God bless you, sir. God bless you.
Those broken bones. Listen.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Did you say thank you for your service?
I almost did. And then I was like, I'm not going to go Chick-fil-A on these folks. And I can't at this point. Like,
listen, then you should have taken your glasses off and did the weird pirate thing to him for saying that. Sir, you're not a first line.
I retorted with, now I feel like we're going tit for tat. I retorted with, I've gotten my vaccine.
Oh my God.
Both of them. He goes, oh, you guys are lucky.
They're not doing first responders here in Florida?
Because you're not from Florida, number one. He's from like the East Coast as well, which was also befitting of the story.
Okay.
And then he goes, yeah, because you're not in the tier 1.
That's not.
Group.
That's literally not. You are in 1F, as a matter of fact. You're not even in B or C or D.
You're in 3G.
Yeah.
You're like an airline seat.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh.
No offense to any of the X-ray techs out there. Stop it already. I need you to stop it.
I was over it from the jump with that lady though. I was like, and I'm a very easy to get along with person.
You are.
I don't get easily like whatever.
To make friends.
Everywhere you go. I was trying to be nice.
This is what you asked. Don't talk to people. That's
just bully my way into the elevator next time.
That's the theme of this.
Yeah.
So you don't ask permission, that you don't have to hear what people have to say. You don't have to hear their commentary.
Precisely.
And if they stare at you, you stare back, and you're like, "Can I help you?"
Yeah. What?
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm gonna try that.
It works for me.
Yeah.
It works for me.
It kind of ties into what we're going to talk about. How was your week, though?
Oh, does it?
Yeah, no, it will. Trust me, I'll figure that one out. We'll circle it.
Somehow you're going to figure this in.
Yeah.
Mine was good. Actually, what happened to me this week does legitimately tie into what we're going to talk about this week. I know, you always try to make things fit. Round hole, square peg thing,
Fair.
Whatever.
Fair and not wrong.
This one actually does tie in.
Oh, okay.
So, I was... I
didn't understand that.
Oh, my phone. I didn't understand that either. Google.
Me neither. I didn't even know we activated the genie in the bottle. That was good.
Apparently. So I have since I've been young, right? My weight has always been a thing, right? Like I'm up and down with my weight. I'm thin, I'm not, I'm in the middle. I'm just like kind of all over the place with it. And so, you know, you always have those like problem areas that you feel like, So this week, for whatever reason, I was like focused on my stomach.
That was it. You were just
my stomach. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. So
okay.
That's randomly, just that was it.
Yeah.
This is the problem.
Yeah.
And it has always been a problem. Even at my smallest, for whatever reason, my stomach is like, nope, you're going to hold this thing in forever.
We're protecting your innards.
You're going to hold this core in forever. There is never going to be a relaxation moment of these abdominal muscles. Never. For your whole entire life, right? So I'm like, F this, I'm done with it. Like, I'm tired of that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm in my 40s. I feel like I really want to get my stomach done. So I go on this kick that I'm doing research. I'm calling people that I know who have had plastic surgery, and I'm like, who did you go to? Did you love your doctor? Did you not? I have a friend who's a physician. I call him, and I'm like, hey, do you know
suggestions?
Any?
Yeah.
So he's like, oh my God, I know this guy. He's awesome, but he's in Miami. I'm like, yo, give me his name.
Yeah.
I might consider
stay
that.
here. I go where the best people are. It's going to be out of your pocket anyway.
Exactly.
Might as well.
And wherever I'm going to put this money to.
Yeah. Make it worth it.
I'm going to make it worth it.
Go to the best of the best.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So I signed up for this consultation, do this whole thing. Like I am. Like,
you are in it to win it.
In it to win it.
I might have seen you in Florida.
You might have.
Holy crap!
So I'm like, I'm about to get this done. Right. I'm about to do this. So this guy who is that I'm friends with. We were talking, and I say this to him, and this is how two parts of this story, life lessons here, kids. Two parts of the story. One, the lesson I'm about to tell you leads into today, but two, that you need real people in your life. You
Facts.
need people who are going to tell you,
give you the other
be
side.
quiet and sit down.
Yeah,
like stop.
Knock it off.
Basically.
Stop it.
So you already know where the story is going.
It's going to be amazing.
It is. So I say to him, I tell him this whole thing. I'm like, the same thing I just told you. So he goes, wait, what? I'm sorry, what? And I said, so I'm going to get my stomach done. And he goes, what? There's nothing wrong with you.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, you don't know. That's my comeback.
You don't know.
Aside from the fact that he's got two eyes and can see me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, there's nothing wrong with you. I'm like, you don't know. Like, you don't know my whole life. You don't know my struggles, right? He's like, and so I'm continuing to tell him, and literally in the middle of the conversation, he just goes, no. I'm like, wait, what? He's like, no. Just no.
No.
I'm not going to engage in this conversation with you anymore.
Done talking.
Just the answer's no. And I'm like, wait a minute, you're not even the boss of me. Like, you don't, how are you going to tell me just no? And he's like,
no. Yeah.
You're not doing that.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? So then he proceeded to remind me about being how you are created.
Yeah.
Right? And that you are perfect in the way that you are created. And there is not a need to cut, trim, and this is obviously no judgment on anybody who's done plastic. I mean, clearly, because I was in the space of it, doing it myself. Until I was told to sit down and be quiet. But it just reminded me that to reassess, and I guess this was the point about this, to reassess why I wanted it done.
Why.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Why I wanted it done. And was it something legitimately for me because of, a health reason or whatever. Was it something for me, or was it because of trying to fit into this image or this picture or this idea of what I think perfection is supposed to look like? And so, after I got over myself, I canceled my appointments. And I was like, I'm just gonna keep this stomach because
Oh my God.
I'm fine the way it is. Okay. So anyway,
Amazing.
thank you, friend, for being a friend.
Yeah.
And just, not feeding into my nonsense. I appreciate you. And so rolling into today's topic.
Yeah. Which is?
So I said body shaming and you
I
were
said
like
body positivity.
So you're clearly I'm being.
Well, but there's two sides to body positivity.
Yeah.
Well, there's image in general, but
yes,
yeah.
a body image.
Shaming falls in line here
Yes.
because other people shame and we shame
Yes.
ourselves. And so
Right.
yeah, I think body shaming, body positivity, however we want to word that, that's what we're talking about.
Body image
Yeah.
encapsulates everything. So let's do that.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
So anyway, that was my week and it was actually perfect because it fell right into
Hence why this came up on the list of topics.
yes.
Well, it had
was.
already been there to be fair, but
Yeah.
to kind of
it kind of jarred it. So
Makes
I
sense.
mean, I could ask if there's ever been a time, but I mean, I think as women,
every
we have
day.
like 90,000 stories.
Oh, yeah.
But when you felt
Yeah. Which one?
shamed,
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I think
Like,
we should start with the shame side.
Yeah.
Because I think that can turn into
Positivity.
how do we get to the positive
Yes.
side, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up heavy my whole entire life
Mm-hmm.
from a very young age. And a lot of that was lack of education on nutrition.
Yeah.
And that was, not by anyone's fault other than just how we were being brought up and
Yeah.
raised and all that stuff. We both came up in the era of fast food. We both came up in the era of convenience food. So that's when you saw the TV meals coming to light, be in the forefront. Latchkey kids, I would come home at a very after school.
Yeah.
Both my parents were working, so I'd have to come in, snack, figure out what I was going to do.
Yeah.
And
Snacky packs.
not to put any kind of blame on anybody
Oh.
other than myself at an older age, but part of the reward system, and not from my parents necessarily, but from other older generations, was food.
Oh, okay,
So I can remember having a tantrum and my
Somebody saying, "Go
grandparents.
have a cookie."
A gallon of ice cream with a spoon was I have vivid memories of sitting on
Stop
the floor
it.
with just a spoon. I have vivid memories of enjoying the quarter cup plastic measuring cups, like the old school
Yeah.
yellow ones. A quarter cup of just mayonnaise. I know.
Okay, that is making me gag. You were eating mayonnaise
Just-
out of a cup.
Not so I would use that as my measuring cup, and then I would put on a piece of bread and eat a tomato with it. Not a bad idea. I would still eat that today.
With
but
that much mayonnaise?
But that much mayonnaise.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, I feel like I'm gonna
Yeah.
vomit.
Don't vomit right now. You got a cup. Don't do it. Don't.
I literally, do you know what mayonnaise is?
I
It's literally
do.
Oil and eggs.
Yeah, no.
That's it.
And I
Just
love mayo.
gross.
I know you're not a condiment fan.
I do
know you
not-
don't like the.
I don't like
I know you don't like
mayonnaise.
mayonnaise.
No,
I do know
not
this.
at all. It's,
So I'm sorry that I brought that up and that we've had a triggered experience. I am so
you
sorry.
see my face?
I do. I can feel it.
Go ahead
Oh.
with your quarter cup of mayonnaise.
No. So anyway, I still like mayonnaise, just for the record. I think that kind of set off a very unique relationship with food, and not unique in a good way. Right? Unique as in that's how I'm going to cope
As
with
in,
my emotions.
this is interesting.
Yeah. My mom said she would come back to pick me up and stuff, and I would literally have a tub of ice cream.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, how long does it take a child to eat a gallon of ice cream? That is so insane to
a
me.
lot.
I don't
Yeah.
even understand
Oh
that.
yeah, I wish that I'm pretty sure there's probably pictures in my baby books and stuff of me just housing ice cream. So
Well, I can't. Okay, so here's in defense
because ice cream is delicious.
Well, no, there's a
Oh.
lot of pictures that are probably inappropriate from those times. Because
Oh yeah.
my parents have pictures of me with a cigarette in my mouth and a pack of cigarettes rolled in my sleeve when I was 6, which is awkward.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna find that photo. I
Yeah,
feel like we
please
should
do.
post these.
Yeah, we should try to
post
find
these
these
random.
photos.
Yeah, 5
Yeah,
years with ice
yeah.
cream. I'm gonna find mine
Yeah.
with a cigarette. We're gonna
Yeah.
go ahead and post those
Woo.
because they are gems.
Oh my god.
Growing
You're
up in the
probably not wrong.
70s, okay.
Probably totally have food pictures everywhere. Yeah, and that's how you celebrate every holiday,
Yeah.
every get together, every gathering. So food became a very centralized best friend, if you will.
Okay.
So started developing that mechanism from a very young age. And by the time I hit my adulthood, teen years, I had already, then now you're into the peer pressure. Then you're into,
Yeah.
well, I don't look like what that magazine tells me I should
Right.
look like. to the point where at 32 I had a stroke. I was hypertensive, diabetic, cholesterol. It was not a good weight gain, right?
Yeah.
Like, so there's a difference between. So just to be fair and to put it out there, I've actually done some research on this because I think it's important that when we talk about health conscious, body positivity, body shaming, nutrition, all that kind of stuff ties in together. There is no direct linkage to your overall body weight. I'm not going to say BMI. I'm not going to say to your overall body weight to any health issue. So there are things like core weight and stuff like that that contribute to medical stuff, but there's no direct linkage. Science says so to what you weigh to what your health is going to be.
Yeah.
You can be 180 pounds and be healthy.
Yeah.
You can weigh 215 pounds and be healthy. There's all these things that don't make sense in that regard, but like there's no direct link there. But in my case, I wasn't that lucky. I had all those fun things.
I mean, okay, so let's pause right there because I don't want for people to hear the idea that obesity is healthy.
And that's what your body weight is not a direct predictor of your health in general.
Yes.
So
and your body weight also does not take into consideration what is muscle mass and what is not. So there's a lot of pieces.
We're built different.
Yes.
We're all built differently.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I just want to be
because my ideal body weight per that stupid ass chart that exists is like 128. Are you effing kidding me? That's a leg. Stop it. Like that's not like that doesn't make any sense for my height and everything. No, that's stupid. So I think that when the health stuff for me started, I weighed 257 at my like highest weight was where I was before. And those of you, obviously, I don't think we've ever talked about this. 4 years ago, in 3 days. In 3 days, it'll be 4 years. I had gastric bypass.
Okay.
It was, I think that's a whole other topic to get into at some point. That's where I started to work on the relationship with food. But that relationship is a really hard one to break up with. Yeah. It's literally like burying somebody. I wish I was kidding. Like, but somebody you really loved.
Yeah.
But wasn't a really good person to you. I guess it's.
Well, okay, so because again, you're right, and that's going to take us down a whole. Other, because again, food in and of itself is not bad.
No.
And enjoying food is not bad.
Right.
I think there was a lot of other emotional and traumatic type things that went along with that.
Right.
But I guess staying in the vein of
shaming yourself or
or other feeling that type of thing from just your outward and your inward, right?
Yeah.
So on my side, as far as the situation with weight is that genetics, I'm just built like that, right?
Yeah.
So I have two sides of my family are built very differently, right? So like my dad's side of the family is built tall and thin, tall, willowy, just very thin. I'm like one of the shortest ones. Everybody in that side of the family is like 6 feet tall and taller, including the women. And I am 5'9", so I'm like one of the shorter ones. And like my cousins couldn't eat from sun up to sundown and not gain a single pound on.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, inversely, we always think of weight being an issue of being too heavy, but she struggled with feeling too thin.
Yeah.
So there is two sides to that coin. But then on my mom's side of the family, I'm one of on the thinner side, right?
Yeah.
So and one of the taller. So it was like this on these genetics, but I take more on the side of my mom.
Okay.
And so I played sports and things like that in school to try to really work with, my weight. And, I did like a paper route, and I just was always trying to stay very active, but at a very young age. And we're talking about being, in elementary and middle school, having a very acute awareness about being very self-conscious about how much I weighed and how heavy or not heavy I was. Part of it, this is going to be a terrible story, was from my family, was from my home life, in the sense that I would spend the summers with my mom, and then I would come home and I lived with my dad and my stepmom. And so when I was during the summer with my mom, she was very kind of lax with food. Like that wasn't a thing, right? So it's like, hey, you want a hot dog? Sure, have a hot dog. You want this? You sure have that. And it's just the idea of like maintaining a weight wasn't really a thing.
Yeah.
So I would go to my mom's house and I would put on a considerable amount of weight over the summer. And then I would come home and that mindset was very different in my dad and my stepmother's house. And with my stepmother particularly. And so she made a point, and now on one side, I 1000% get and understand my parents' desire to have me be at a healthy weight as a child, right? Like childhood obesity is a very real thing, and it is an issue.
Yeah.
But my stepmother, who we can get into a whole other,
that's a
whole other set of topics.
That's a 3-parter.
Yeah, when we get into childhood trauma,
we'll
tell you all about her. Anyway, so she made a point of putting me on a diet. And a diet that was obvious, right?
Yeah.
So my meals were different than the rest of the family's meals, and just being spoken to in that way. You know, you need to lose this weight. We need to get this off of you. You have to eat this. I have to have fiber on my cereal. Like, it was just a thing, right?
Yeah.
And so, again, at a very early age, I recognized that weight is huge.
Yeah.
That it's very isolating, right?
Yeah.
And that diets are extremely restrictive and really kind of shameful. Like, it felt shameful, right? That there's something wrong with you, that you have to eat very differently than other people. So I'm a person that even now to this day, I cannot be confined to a diet. Like, that's just, it's just never going to happen for me.
Yeah.
And so when you talk about shaming, you know, that's, again, like elementary school.
Oh, yeah. I had a song. A song made up about me.
Somebody made a song about you?
That I heard on the bus every day for 6.5 years. Never told my parents until I was an adult. Yeah, I'll sing it for you if you want.
Do you want me to?
Now I don't care.
What are these?
Oh, I remember his name also. I still remember his name.
I will stalk him on Facebook and find him.
It was bad.
We will handle this right now.
And the weird part.
As soon as this episode is over.
The weird, messed up part was as we grew older, because we were in the same like grade, so it just progressed through the same. And our town wasn't the biggest, so we had like one elementary school, one middle school until it got bigger. But I had a crush on him as we progressed, even though he was a complete tool bag.
That's a whole other issue.
Yeah, that's a whole other episode.
Why we like men that we should not like.
Oh yeah, it was awful. You want me to sing it for you?
Oh my God, I don't even know. Am I emotionally going to be able to take it? Go ahead.
I'm in a space where I'm better. So do you remember the song? Oh my gosh. Oh my God, I don't even know if I can make it through without laughing now.
Oh,
now I think it's funny because I'm in a better space.
Okay.
Right? Like I'm healed from that. Okay. I'm not laughing because I swear to God there's probably a bazillion people that have a similar story.
Yeah.
Either a name. Oh, I had a name and I had a song.
Okay.
So my nose is upturned. I've always been self-conscious about that. You add weight to it, it looks like a pig snout. I know. So I got called Miss Piggy for the better part of the same elementary. It kind of stopped in junior high because you kind of went in different ways.
Right.
And there was more buses. But then the song was Fat Girl. Dun-na, dun-na-na. You make me wanna hurl. Dun-na, dun-na. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm laughing now, but like it's ooh. Ooh, seriously?
Yeah. See? Okay, so first of all, just to save you from this moment for a second.
Please.
Because I know.
Step in.
No, first and foremost, I know you're having an emotional day just in general.
Oh, yeah. We already started this day off.
So that's partly that.
A lot of emotion.
But two, I think that we also tend to try to laugh off things. Yeah, and minimize things that actually are extremely hurtful. And there are moments in our lives that are very profound that stay with us. It's like, you know, people can speak something that's beautiful into you and that thing sticks, or they can speak something that's ugly into you and that thing sticks.
Absolutely.
And in that moment you feel like, oh, this is not really a big deal, but it really truly is. It like gets in there, and it's the soil that everything else blooms from, right? Yeah. Good and bad. And I want this dude's name when we get off this, somebody's getting a Facebook message.
Oh my God.
Somebody, wherever you are, sir. Yeah.
Oh.
So I mean, I think that it's
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
It might be just a little bit
Oh, yeah.
hurtful.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Oh, and no, go ahead. No, go ahead.
So, I think here's the beauty of this moment. Not of your tears, but the beauty of this moment is to show that you are not by yourself. If there are things that happened that are still with you, right? And people are like, get over that, or I was a kid, or it's no big deal, or that's what kids do, or that's what, like my family, that was kind of normal, or that's what we kind of taught. But that those things can be extremely hurtful and damaging long term. So one, it should be a reminder to us about how we talk about ourselves and others, including our children. Okay, so
absolutely.
That's first off,
absolutely.
And I think that that's really important too, because even the small comments that we make to our kids can like take subconscious.
Root.
Yes, can kind of be like subconscious, letting them know that there's something quite not right about what I mean, how I look or what's going on with me, or whatever the case may be, and that we need to really talk to our children about being kinder human beings.
Yeah, because not only now looking at it from a 38-year-old perspective and life experience, I can't imagine what he had at home, potentially. Yeah. What, or from somebody else that was doing that.
Stop giving him out.
I can do that.
Sometimes
I'm not
kids
giving
are
him
just
out.
assholes, and that's just all it is.
That's fair, but he also that's learned behavior.
Yeah.
So if that's how he and his family interact, I'm spitting. That's fine. Edit that out.
And I don't even know if I agree with that it's learned behavior. I think sometimes it's behavior that's not unlearned. Right? That kids, it's very easy to be mean.
Oh yeah, for
it's
sure.
It's very easy to be selfish. It's very easy to be, lazy. You have to unlearn those behaviors. Somebody actually has to step in and teach you that doing the right thing is actually the good thing. So I would venture to say, I don't know, maybe he was having a traumatic experience. And I'm not. But he also very possibly
it's just a douchebag. Exactly. That's fair. As a kid, I think the thing that I try to look at it from in a place to move forward from. I know, but I also look at it from that gives me a space to meet him where he is, right? So even if he's not in that space, that allows me to get on a level where I don't go to his, right? Like, so I'm not sinking to a space where I'm like, F you and your face and your family. I hope they got tuberculosis. Like, we're not.
Tuberculosis? We went to like the 1910.
There's a story there. Remind me to tell you in a few. I stepped in gum when we were in Florida in my shoe,
and it made you think of tuberculosis.
I wished tuberculosis on somebody's mother because I was like, "F whoever put this gum on the ground." And I was like, "I hope your mom gets tuberculosis." It came out of my mouth.
Oh
I'm sorry.
Also scurvy.
I'm sorry.
If you're a pirate.
Rickets.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Oh my God. So listen, I think
oh.
oh my God, we are so ridiculous and off topic. All right, let's get back to
each other. That's why.
I know it is. It's been a long week. So let's kind of bring this in for a second in general. So I just did a little bit of research before we got on the air just about the industry, right? So last year, now mind you, 2020 was COVID. Everybody was locked down. We in the house, right?
We were bored in the house.
We were bored in the house.
Love that song.
In the house bored.
Bored in the house, and I'm in the house bored.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. We spent $49.2 billion. I cannot talk right now.
A lot of money.
$49.2 billion last year on cosmetics. Who was
you dressing up
$billion.
It was TikTok.
And everybody was in the house.
It was TikTok. Y'all were buying makeup for TikTok. I know I was.
Listen, I don't know if everybody's eyes were popping because your mask. Like literally all we could see was your mask.
They've done a study that there was like a whole study based on the eyes because of the mask and like attractiveness. Levels of attractiveness go up if your face is covered.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's true. That's true. I would, yeah.
Because you can't see all.
Because you can't see all the rest of it, all the pieces, how they come together. But listen, so that's crazy.
$49.2 billion
last year. Okay, here's the other thing, and this statistic actually comes from 2018. I couldn't find last year's, but I do have one that's projected. So in 2018, $16.5 billion was spent on cosmetic surgeries.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let me finish though. By 2026, it's projected that cosmetic surgery will be a $66.96 billion industry by 2026. Okay, first of all, look at how huge that leap is in a matter of just a few years, right?
Yeah, that's not even a
cosmetic
decade.
surgeries are going up, right? And the number of people, breast augmentation and chin
implant?
or actually the top two, which is interesting.
Really?
But,
I mean, I don't
okay.
I don't think I would ever do that.
Yeah, well, it's two of the top.
That is insane. Probably because I would venture to say two things. One, it's not as invasive as people think. It's a real quick recovery.
Yeah.
But number two, it's like the one thing that can define a jawline, which has been like the standard of beauty for whatever.
Forever.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I haven't really thought about my chin.
No.
But I guess that's
I do want to get a rogue like hair.
Stop. Okay.
Like
so
really
anyway, here's the piece with that. Body shaming or body image, body issues, it is a moneymaker.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's society benefits, if you will, companies benefit from you feeling bad about yourself.
110%.
They benefit from that. So that imagery of, pictures in a magazine or, movies or just, porn, pornography, right? Like
all the filters, all the
filters, everything geared towards trying to make you feel like the way that you look naturally is just not enough, and that you need to do all of these things in order to get to that place.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who are benefiting monetarily from shaming you.
Clearly,
yeah.
Which
is crazy when you look at it that way. So you go, again, it goes back to the story originally that I told.
Yeah.
Who am I doing this for?
Right.
Am I doing this for myself because I really, truly, within myself, feel like there's some reason that this needs to happen? Or am I doing this because somebody in the industry told me that the way that I am is not enough?
Yeah.
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 And I'm going to tell you this, because a lot of this, like, as women, and you can tell, we do this for, like, men, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
because we want
to, or whatever.
Right,
Yeah.
Right, and I'm going to tell you what, there's not a dude on the freaking planet that if you get naked and lay there, that he's going to go, your stomach is, listen, you're at a 36 waist, and I really need you to be at a 25. I'm out.
Dang.
Like, it's not going to happen.
No.
Right? So, and I say that to say that a lot of this is imaginary.
Yeah,
like, a lot of this is stuff that, you know what I mean, that is not based in any sort of realistic
standard of beauty. We've changed what that is and distorted it so much that everybody thinks that they've got something wrong with them.
Yeah.
And you're right. I think
there's a fix for it.
Yeah, and hey, we're gonna sell it to you.
And we're gonna sell it to you.
We're gonna sell it to you for $66 billion. That is insane. That is nuts.
Yeah, you don't like your eyebrows? We got something for that. You don't like your chin? Something for that. Those cheeks? We got something for that. You don't like your butt? We can do that. Your lips? Can fix those too. Yeah.
Story. I'll save it for the next one.
Look, those are my lips. Yeah, right. You don't like your legs. You don't like your feet. You don't like your ears.
Yeah.
We can fix that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's literally something for
everything.
It's out of control.
It is.
And there's not enough, or there's nothing that is happening that is embracing of just our natural state, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't think of one thing.
No, we've been so conditioned to think that it needs to be covered, plastered with something, plumped with something, filled with something, that we stop seeing the beauty, the actual beauty.
And what is naturally there. Yeah. Which is so crazy.
It's insane when we think about it.
Yeah.
Because both of us wear makeup. Both of us enjoy doing our hair.
Absolutely.
Both of us enjoy, like...
It's just...
I'd like to not wear eyebrows tomorrow, but...
Stop. Well, we're not going to go that far. We're not gonna go that far.
Too far. We've taken it.
We've taken it just a step too far. But no, like, I mean, but seriously, like, and I know, and you say makeup, I know that I am guilty of it. That I am not leaving my house without makeup. I'm not. It's not gonna. I just don't believe in that.
Yeah.
And I don't subscribe. To it, which is terrible.
It's like the complete
opposite
of what we're talking about.
I know. Because I've been conditioned. I'm just showing I'm falling into...
Because you feel more comfortable and do you feel more beautiful with it on? I guess that's the part that I would want to dig into a little bit more.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I do. And which is so funny because like when I was married and I know I've heard like this is so funny because men, you hear this thing where they go, "Oh, I like women who are natural."
Yeah.
But then by natural they mean like Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
she seems like she's natural. Like she's literally got like 9,000 pounds of makeup on.
Yeah, show me
not
natural. And then we'll go from there. We'll start with that. That's not true.
But my ex-husband used to tell me all the time that, you know, he loved me with no makeup on. And I'm like, first of all, you have to say that because you want to have sex later. But but also thank you.
Yeah.
But I guess I don't know. And what's so funny is that there was a time in your life, like I obviously didn't wear makeup my whole entire life.
Yeah.
So there was a time in my life that not wearing makeup was completely fine.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any issues with it. And then it was like the switch happened.
And
then from then on, like once I started, it was like a runaway train. You can't stop.
No.
Yeah. Started off with like a lip gloss and mascara.
Mascara, yeah. I was gonna say
To try those first.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh,
foundation,
can't
then blush.
Then it was that.
Then it was eyeshadow and everything.
Now
Walk out looking like
at where we are.
ridiculous sometimes. That's fine. Yeah, no,
I
I know. I don't know about you, but I feel like the older I get, the more it's become about like the artistry. Does that make sense? Like
okay, yeah.
outside
yeah.
like putting on my eyebrows because I waxed them too hard when I was little, and like I got like we talked about apostrophes. That's just me. Again, you walk out without that. I'm not leaving my house without my eyebrows in some form or fashion on. So, but yeah, I think that it's moved in a different direction. Whereas before it was like, let me do all this stuff to my face because I'm trying to attract a mate. I feel like we're birds.
Well, I think.
What are we doing?
We are. We are.
Look at my face.
Well, I mean, that's true. That's true. You know what? So this is
weird.
well, here's the thing. My ex-husband also told me this, which is going to be a crazy story, but it's actually scientifically factual. That cleavage reminds men of butts. That's why they like breasts. I'm not being funny right now. I'm being dead serious. It's a scientific thing that
I'm gonna ask the husband when I get
home. Well,
home.
it's not. They don't necessarily go, "Oh yeah, that reminds me of a butt."
What do you think this reminds you of?
Stop it. But I'm being serious that for whatever reason, and I just guess because how we used to mate, we still do mate that way.
This conversation's just taking a turn.
A very different turn. And now I feel out of control of it. Okay.
Butts.
So yeah.
Cleavage
well,
butts.
listen. We still do mate that way, right? Yeah.
Doggy style.
Exactly. Thank you, Frank. Okay. So that is attractive to men to see that, right? And so cleavage, pressed together, reminds them of that. And hence,
for those of you not watching, there's a lot of hand gestures.
Hence, why men really like cleavage. Yeah, it's literally like a science. I think it's the way that they did the study. It may have been something like the same response.
Like you say parts of the brain or whatever.
When they looked at a butt versus
sense.
when they looked at cleavage to show that it literally reminds you. I'm sorry, we've taken a very relevant turn, though. My ex-husband and I talked about a lot of things, clearly. So anyway.
I'm crying.
I don't really know how this fits into body image.
No, it doesn't. It's fine.
How we got on this tangent.
All right, so.
But anyhow.
Not switching gears, but let's turn it towards, okay, so we talked a lot about the shame. How do we move in a direction to like embrace our natural selves?
Oh my God.
I know.
I really need to figure out. I really was going somewhere with the whole.
No, I don't know where you were going with the breast and butt.
I don't know what I was.
I don't know where you were
that's
going.
Really upsetting to me because it was a
It'll come
relevant
back
point.
to you in like 4.5 minutes.
And then I'll go, oh my
and you're
God.
like, and
this is what
we're going to talk about this.
Okay, so anyway, the positivity aspect of it. So for me, I spent a lot of time, I think, this is where it originally started. The point I was originally going to be making with this was that because you talked about,
there we go. Light bulbs, everybody, ladies and gentlemen.
Back. Because you said it's almost like we're animals.
Yeah.
Like because we're peacocking.
Painting our faces with all this stuff. And hey,
exactly.
Look at me.
To attract our mate. And that's how we went down that line.
Because the female birds are statistically the ugly ones.
Oh.
They're always
That's
brown.
true. The men are always
they got
more
all the
attractive.
colors and vibrancy.
Yeah. So I think when we're young,
Mm-hmm.
we spend a lot of time going back into what you were like, oh, the older I get.
Mm.
When we're young, we spend a lot of time with all of this, you know. And then as you get older, I think your priorities kind of change. Your body obviously very much changes.
Yeah.
And I think your hormone levels, a lot of things just change to where you're just in a kind of
More
and a
secure.
comfortableness with yourself.
Yeah.
A comfortableness with your body and who you are and how you look kind of
Yeah.
starts to take
You've
on.
worn it on yourself for a little while.
For a little while.
Yeah, yeah.
So like in your 20s, you're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Your hair is a little crazy. Your makeup is, you're
something
wearing your eyebrows in a way that it's like you're going to look back on those pictures and go, why the F didn't somebody tell me that was not attractive?
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By amazing, not at all.
No.
And then you get into like your 30s and your 40s and you have settled into like, this is what it's going to be.
This is comfortable.
This is
and
what
this
it, well,
is what it
well,
is.
aside from that, but like I don't get to put on a different skin today. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
no,
what I'm
this
gonna
is-
be.
this is what I-
This is the I'm in it for the long haul.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So
This
I
is me.
better just like hunker
Do it.
in and figure out how to make this work.
Yeah.
And so I think by that point that you have, and that's where I am for the most
Yeah.
part now. I did the you know, the dieting and the weight and the up and the down and whatever. And then I finally got to a point of realizing, listen, I am never going to be, without killing myself.
Yeah.
You know, a size 6
Right,
again. Like
right.
I'm never going to, without literally eating 2 pieces of
Some goldfish crackers.
exactly a day
And some water.
with a little smidge of
Stupid.
peanut butter. I'm never
You
going
don't
to be
even
a
like
size.
peanut
I
butter.
do.
In
I just
my
don't like
food,
it.
you don't like it.
Certain ways.
It's fair.
But I'm never going to be a size 6.
Right.
So I need to get comfortable in this body and not be focused on, you know, what somebody else is telling me I should or
Yeah.
shouldn't be or how I should or shouldn't,
Absolutely.
you know what I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Makes sense.
I don't, I guess I guess I gave up.
I didn't give up. Oh my God. You just know what you want.
I'm just kidding. I was being funny. I didn't give up. I just accepted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
So-
not sure I
so-
like that word either.
Oh, well, I mean, no, I think there is acceptance
So
of yourself is not bad.
But in a sense that it's not a
not in a defeatist way.
yeah, thank you. That's what I want
no,
to
I'm not saying like, well,
Oh,
guess
this
I'm
is what
just
it
gonna-
is, yeah,
Gonna take
guess
this body and let it
so.
be what it's gonna be. No, I mean, like literally, I said, I accept that this is this is the body that I have,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so let me figure out how I feel comfortable and what makes me feel good, and not try to be figuring out how to look like, you know, Susie Q,
Yeah.
right?
She gets a lot of blame.
She does.
Yeah,
I
all
don't
the
know who
time.
that trick is, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that that's a huge part of this, right? Is like acceptance of
Yeah.
where you are. Are you okay with that? If you don't like it, then you need to make the changes,
Right.
whatever that is for you.
right.
And without it being this dramatic, life-altering thing, and I
Yeah.
mean that in a nice way, because obviously some stuff will be life-altering in a
Right.
good way, but you need to be in the mindset that that's what you're in it for. We only get one shot at this life.
Yeah.
So I don't want to waste the majority of my time having to worry about that crap either.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly,
mean? So if I got more things to do, I'm going to keep moving and grooving. But for the body positivity, I think not to knock plastic surgery 110%. Obviously, it has its place.
Yeah,
You know, for
absolutely.
scar repair, revisions. And in my case, will be skin removal from the weight loss, the excessive weight loss. So, but again, having to get to a space where it's not about what somebody else
Right.
thinks I should look like or what I
Right.
should do, and that's why it's been 4 years. I
Right.
haven't done anything until this point. Even still, I don't know where we are with that, and I'm
Yeah.
okay with that. So, yeah, I think transforming body shaming into body positivity is a mindset.
Yeah.
and it's
1000%.
and it has to be it has to start with you, and obviously support yourself with or put yourself in spaces with other people that are like-minded.
Yeah.
That aren't putting that pressure on you to be something that you
Yeah.
don't want to be.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and I think here's the other piece of motivation, and this is well, okay.
Oh, here we go. She's gonna say something mean, isn't she?
I know I'm not going to say
Just
anything
kidding.
mean. I'm going to say something that is very real, and I think very easy and very basic.
Yeah.
It starts with you being realistic about yourself, right? So, and by that I mean there's certain colors that don't make sense for you. And I'm being dead serious. I'm being dead serious.
I'm just curious where this is going.
There's certain sizes
Oh, yes.
that
Okay.
don't
Okay.
fit you. There are certain styles of clothes that are not flattering to your body type, right? Be like realistic about that. Don't be so caught up in trying to fit into a certain box or image that you are doing things that don't feel comfortable for you. And that's so I'm not that's not me being mean.
No.
That's me
I get
being
it.
serious, right? So you know what I mean? If maybe crop tops are not your thing, like maybe stop,
I know I can't do
right?
that, yeah.
Maybe bell bottom pants are not your thing. Maybe skinny jeans are not your like. I don't know. I'm just saying, dress for your body type. You know what I mean? It's so funny because after I had my son, I had obviously put on weight. You know, it was literally like maybe like a month after that, and I just remember I'm like standing in the closet and I'm crying because I'm trying to find something that fits, right? And so my ex-husband comes in my husband at the time comes in and he's like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I can't." And he goes, "Then buy clothes that fit." And he walks out and I'm like, "Oh, well that makes sense."
Yeah.
Right? So instead, like, these are things that we play psychological warfare with ourselves, right?
Oh, yeah.
That we stand in a closet of clothes that we wore 5 years ago and are trying to figure out, you're like trying to squeeze into it and everything is all tight and weird and we're like, oh, and like torturing ourselves.
And we've put such an emphasis on the effing number.
Right.
On the scale and on this back to the pants, the tag of the pants of the shirt. We put such an emphasis on what that is and what it should be.
Right.
Quote unquote. I'm putting air
it.
quotes.
Stop it. Get clothes that fit you. Get rid of your scale. I don't even have a scale anymore.
That's it.
I threw mine away.
That's it.
And I said, you know what? Because it literally, I don't care about how much I weigh. I just care about how I look and feel.
Yeah.
Like if I like how I look in my clothes,
Then
I'm
good.
good. The minute I go like, and I was like, oh, that's a little bit. All right, well let's get this in
Do
order.
what you wanna do,
But it
or-
has nothing to do with like
Numbers?
my number weight. Yeah, no, not at all. So there's a lot of torturous things that we do to ourselves.
Just do ourselves.
Yeah.
Let's not even come from the outside.
Yeah. So that's
not
what I
right.
meant by that.
Yeah.
She's
I get
like,
it.
where are you going
I was
with
like,
this?
where's she going
I
with
know,
this?
but I'm just going into stop
Yeah.
being self-sabotaging.
Yeah.
That is being very self-sabotaging by having these clothes in your closet from when you were in college.
Oh God, yeah.
15 years
Stop.
ago.
Stop
and like,
it.
I can't wear that anymore.
I can't wear
no,
this.
you can't wear that anymore because you were 22 then and you're 45 now.
And it's
Stop.
also not in style.
Well, that's true.
Potentially.
It's also not in style, and you've had 3 children since then. Like,
Be realistic.
be realistic with yourself.
Yeah.
Again, here's the other thing. Again, with this makeup and things like that, certain things. So, Katie and I are two very different complexions.
Fair.
Okay, there are things that will look good on her that may not necessarily look good on me, and there are things that look good on me that may not necessarily look good on her, and that's okay.
That's fine.
Right?
You're never gonna see me wear lime green. Just not gonna happen.
Okay. Well, I mean, do you see? Am I gonna wear lime green?
Yeah, I've seen you wear lime green.
Have you?
But like in things, not like a solid.
Okay,
thing.
I was
It's still
gonna
cute.
say.
You still look good at it.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
Well, so the point here is that stop trying. I would be ridiculous, and this would be torturous to myself if I sat here looking at her and going, oh, and somehow I got to figure out how to make this work. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. So focus on what does work for me.
Yeah, the compare and contrast game will kill you.
It's the thief of
Yeah,
joy.
stop it.
Comparison is the thief of
Stop
joy.
it.
We've talked about that too.
Yeah, I think we talk about that
All
a
the time.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's so relevant. But yeah, stop it.
So
That's my motivation.
see, now who sounds like
No,
it?
I think
Stop it.
I think the other part of that too is do what feels right. One of the things that we haven't talked about outside of this episode was something that I tried to put into practice with this particular topic before we knew it was going to be a topic for us. And that was to practice extreme gratitude for what I do have.
Okay.
And I mean that from your body.
Yeah.
So I know we all get in front of the mirror, we're like, nope, don't like this. That needs to be this. This needs to be but. And our lists can be infinite of the things we don't like.
Right.
How often do you look and go, oh man, I really like my eyes, or I really like my hips, or I really like this spot on my leg. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, How often do we do that?
Right.
So one of the things I've been trying to practice is to say those things, even if it's two, even if you start small.
Yeah.
Find that one thing that either somebody has told you that they liked about you in the past, or that somebody compliments you on.
Yeah.
And say, you know what, I really like my smile.
Yeah.
And say that 17 effing times until it makes it whatever.
Real.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then if you need to go through your negatives, then by all means, freedom of choice, do what you got to do.
Freedom of choice.
But at the same time, when you start practicing that positivity,
yeah, looking at it a different way.
You're gonna be like, you know what, I do like my
yeah,
smile.
Yeah.
Oh
Kinda
man,
banging.
I really do like this. Maybe I'm gonna try this today because it made my whatever look this way.
Right.
And somebody said something about it. So I'm gonna try that again because it made me feel good. Do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's harder. It's
Yeah.
easier said than done.
But it's a step.
But it is.
Yeah.
And you're gonna find that your confidence is gonna be a boost in the morning and nighttime, whenever it is your schedule's like. But I don't know. It's been pretty epic to do that and put it into practice. So.
And
that's
you know
my
what I
life.
wish that we would do as women?
Do it to each other?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the other piece of that. Yes, I do wish that we would be more complimentary towards one another, and for a very specific reason. Because a lot of times the thing that I am like being some kind of weird way about myself, somebody else is actually looking at and saying, oh my God, I love that and I wish I had that, right? So I'm like, oh my God, well, I can't say this because I do love my butt and my hips, because I mean, but anyway, some people are
I love your butt and hips
uncomfortable.
too. Is that weird?
Well, no.
Okay, good.
It's
Okay.
understandable.
Yeah.
So, somebody may be looking at them though and going like, oh my God, like I wish that I had like those curves like that, right?
Yeah.
But if that was something that I was self-conscious about, but to hear somebody else say to me,
Yeah.
oh my God, you look fantastic in those jeans or whatever the case
Yeah.
may be, I'm like, oh, okay. So I think that if we really got better at paying each other compliments, we would start to see that the stuff that we think is weird or
Isn't.
off, other people are actually looking at and like admiring and wishing that they had
the same or the whatever.
Yeah.
Look, that'll be my challenge then, motivation challenge, because I like that.
Yeah.
Everybody out there, male, female, don't care. Body positivity goes across the spectrum here.
Yeah.
Give 3 compliments, genuine compliments in a day.
Yeah.
In a day.
Yeah.
That's not hard.
That's not hard.
That could be the lady at whatever. That could be the dude at whatever. That could be a stranger. It could be somebody you know. It could be brother, sister, husband, wife. Do it.
3 compliments.
And also compliment yourself while you're at it, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? And here, I think what tends to happen a lot too, not that you're like fishing for compliments, but what tends to happen is that people go, like, you give them a compliment and they give you one back.
They're like, I like your trash bag that you're carrying.
Yeah,
no, that's true.
Oh my God, I like your shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's okay because it's a pay it forward kind of day.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And then everybody feels better.
Then everybody feels great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, challenge. We're going to do it too.
We are.
Because you're good at it anyway. I just want to say that because you are.
Oh, do I?
You are fantastic about telling just about anybody, and not in a way that's like
well, that's
off-putting.
nice.
Literally every time I walk in, you say something nice, and I've been meaning to bring that up, but here's no better time to do it than now. So, you are very. It's natural for you because I think that you know that it makes other people feel good, but you also mean it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
yes, do what Autumn does. Practice what she said, and it's okay sometimes to just say thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
it's
do that all
okay.
the time. People give me compliments
You're
and
like,
I go, thank you.
thanks.
And I don't
then
give
keep on moving.
and I don't give them
yeah,
one back.
no, and that's okay. That's fine.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
I am being totally ugly today. I think
No,
maybe
you're
I'm gonna,
not.
See,
I
look,
think I
hell
passed
no.
it.
Maybe I'm gonna
Hell
move.
no.
Maybe I'm gonna move today too.
Yeah,
My
this shirt.
says
I don't
hell
know how this shirt played into this episode today.
I think because hell no, I'm not gonna be body shamed. Maybe that's how it.
All right.
Yeah.
I support it.
Yeah. Body
Yeah.
shaming. Hell no. Not going for that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna love
look.
on me, love on you.
Do it up.
And here's the other thing about this too. Okay.
I know she says the last
I
time.
know I've said that like 3 times.
We also
but
forgot to do something in the beginning, but we'll get to it.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
That a part of why I really wanted to get into photography.
Yeah.
We talked about this last episode or I think last
Maybe-
episode
was it
about
last episode?
Yeah, about taking your pictures.
Oh yeah.
About taking your pictures is that I just think that and there's I love men. That's sorry. I know. I do.
You
And
just
I
said
love
it.
the male form. Man, do I.
Listen.
Okay, but I also think women are very beautiful, right? I think that we are all uniquely made, and everybody has something about them that is absolutely stunning, right? That's like super just feminine and empowering and sexy and mysterious and just like inviting.
Yeah.
I don't know. And we all have something about that, whether it's your shoulders, your neck, your eyes, your feet, your legs, your hands, like something, like truly something.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of being able to try to capture that and bring that to life for somebody.
Yeah.
And so I really wanted to, or I'm really trying to, I'm practicing, practicing of figuring out, looking at people and figuring out what that is and being able to like bring that
to life through the lens. Yeah. I love it and I support it because it was a really fun opportunity. Yeah. So I can't wait for you to do it.
I know. We only got a chance to do one.
Well, no, but I mean, in other people, like I look forward to seeing what you come up with other people too. So that'd be good.
So I just there's something about like being supportive of other people and other women that I think makes you feel
absolutely
good too.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. So, I like it. No, that was it. I'm good. Right, so that was literally the
last thing. All right.
last thing.
So we hope that you guys will take Katie up on her challenge to give 3 compliments a day and just see how that starts to change you and the people around you. Yeah. And that you start complimenting yourself and thinking about where some of that body shaming, whether it's
comes
like
from.
Internally and what you do to yourself, and also where maybe some of that outwardly came from, so that you can start to get to the root of things. You can start addressing things head on about this is where that kind of started, and I want to move away from that. To start repairing some places that may be broken and have been for quite a bit of time.
Yeah, clearly. Clearly.
From the bus,
decades,
maybe. Oh my goodness.
God, dang, kids are mean.
Kids are mean. All right, we hope you guys have a wonderful week.
Yeah.
Follow us on all of our social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Like us on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. Follow us on all of our podcasts, or you can find us on all of our podcasts. You can also follow us on all of them.
Yeah, do it.
Podbean,
Spotify.
Thank you, Spotify, iHeartRadio,
Google
Play, iTunes, all of the above. We hope you guys have a wonderful week.
Yes.
We'll see you later.
Bye.